Well, hello and welcome here to Grand Prairie Stadium in Dallas, Texas, the site of this Stake Stars and Summits Trophy 2024. Another beautiful sunset emerging here in this beautiful Grand Prairie Stadium, where we'll get to see the USA take on Nepal in what's been an unbelievable series so far. We saw last night an unbelievable super over thriller that saw Nepal victorious to claim the series, but plenty on the line today as we see match number 3 of this series. I'm Om Patel, joined by Peter Della Penna as well, and we've had an unbelievable time so far throughout this series. And Peter, what a match we have on our hands today.
Well, what they can do in terms of after the toss, here's what happened earlier with Andrew Leonard on field.
So for the third and final time under the floodlights, it is time for USA against Nepal. The two captains are alongside me, Monank Patel, Rohit Powell, and the ICC match referee from the England and Wales Cricket Board, Mr. Dean Kosker. Monank, give it a toss.
Heads.
Heads is called again, and it has come down as a tail. Monank, come in here to me. You've won the toss. What are you going to do and why?
We're going to bat first. It's a huge pitch, third game in a row. So we want to make sure that we put on a good score and make sure we defend it.
And now we'll get to see what USA is going to put out there. We heard about the change that they made. Janoy Drysdale come in as Ali Khan goes. And for Nepal, we heard about it as well. 2 changes that they make to their side. Saj Dakal misses out. Alongside KC and Kushal Mala, we've talked about him a lot, comes into the side today, Peter. Hamp here, left arm seam to start things off to Monank Patel. Starts off very nicely, good movement back in, and this will be an interesting thing to watch, Peter, because a lot of people have questioned Monank Patel up top of the order, hasn't found the runs so far this series, and now he's got an opportunity. It feels like a make or break situation with how well Khaus and Mukamala are playing at the moment.
Incredible opening partnership.
Good stuff here from Rijan Dakal to start, direct hit. But I think Monank Patel is quick enough. But it's Depinder Singh Airi, who's already 2 balls in, and he's already affecting the game, Peter. Can't keep him out. And just starts down the leg side. It'll be 4 runs. I think, was it pad or bat? That's the signal we'll await. But nonetheless, the first boundary, courtesy of leg buys for the USA.
Well, unless you've got a backstop, and then this is under 12s cricket, nobody's going to stop that one. Just enough of a deflection from Sai Mukamala. Sampal Kami, who was one of the big heroes last night for Nepal, he ended the match with a wicket in the final over and then 2 more wickets in the super over.
Attacking the pads of Monank Patel, big shout, and he's giving him Sampal Kami. How good was he yesterday? 4 wickets in total, and he's picked up his first and just his second delivery.
Well, I said that Depinder Singh Airi is dynamite. Sampal Kami is kryptonite for USA. He can do no wrong for Nepal, and USA can't wait to see the end of his bowling spell tonight. They've had enough of him because he's just done non-stop damage over the last 24 hours. Full and straight, but was it straight enough? That one looks like it might have been tailing down leg, and that ball is going off the pads and going straight to square leg. That's an indication that maybe could have been sliding down leg side, and the decisions continue to go against USA. Monank Patel, the captain, out for 2, and it is 7 for 1 in the second.
This one's going to beat the fielder inside the ring. One of the few half chances that beats Nepal, and Mukamala will get 4 off the bat to keep the scoreboard ticking for the USA.
For 15 years.
Outside edge away from the fielders. Side edge of Mukamala is not going to sit around. He likes to look for strokes, and he's finding them so far. Another 4 runs. That's skied straight up. Nepal is underneath it, and that man's never going to put it down. Depinder Singh Airi gets the crowd roaring, and Rijan Dakal strikes.
Well, I said he's a guy that USA probably feels they can target because they've had so many issues against Sampal Kami. They've had so many issues against Karan KC, the main pacers for Nepal, and they probably thought to themselves, we're going to try and see off Sampal Kami. If we're going to take chances, it's going to be against Rijan Dakal. They try to take that aggressive approach, and it backfires. And, of course, number 45 in Nepal, he's got magnets on his jersey. Dipender Singh Irie, the ball is falling everywhere this weekend. Andres House out for 2. It's 8-15 for 2 in the third.
From Nepal. Mukamala goes to a spot of liking. Loves to play that shot over extra cover and does it to perfection. 1 bounce over the rope for 4. Nicely driven. Should just be a couple of runs. Actually run away to the boundary. Well done from Aaron Jones. He's just timed that to perfection. And that's the kind of stroke that Aaron Jones will like to get into as he starts to expand his innings. Picked up from Mukamala, and that's all the way. That's gone past the seats here and has hit the MLC cricket ball out in the deep. How about this from Mukamala? Got the short one and did it the service.
Well, I said earlier, he's got 2 trademark shots. One is that extra cover loft to drive. The other is the front foot pull. His footwork looks gnarly here. He almost gets into a little bit of a tangle, but that's a very comfortable shot for him. That front foot pull, he's a positive guy. He gets onto the front foot, and if it's short, he doesn't rock back. He just continues with that front foot pull. I don't know if I can think of a player who plays that shot in international cricket. Ricky Ponting used to play the pull shot, but he didn't play it like that. I don't know what Sai's doing there, but whatever it is, it's effective.
Yeah, shades of Surya Kumar Yadav, isn't it? Just almost using the angle, the pace of the ball. With aerial and away from the fielder. The experiment to go with Arif Sheikh hasn't worked in the favor of Nepal, and the USA capitalizing on this over.
It's where Nepal were playing against Canada and Oman. As Jones goes inside out towards Dakal, who takes the catch. Never quite looked settled, did he? And a good move getting Rajbanshi back into the 11. And just as a partnership was building, Nepal strike back.
Couldn't have this if you're the USA. Try to make some room for himself outside the off stump, but Rajbanshi follows him. He's unable to really get underneath it, and that's the short side of the ground. Aaron Jones carries so much power in that bat, but this was just sliced up, and Nepal was never going to put that down. He goes for just 13 runs, and it's 55 for 3 now for the USA. For certain batters, smart to bring him in early in the partnership.
It's not a good delivery, though. It's a drag down. And really good use of the crease from Milan Kumar, who's known as a good player of spin, to get it a long way behind square. And he'll get 4. And a famous name. As this is pulled towards the shorter side. 1 bounce. And going to be 4. Just out of the grasp of Anil Shah, who went to his right. Thought he was interested for a moment, but he couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, real good innings this from Milan Kumar. He's kind of settled in to his batting. He hasn't found much success in this series, but you can see him standing on the crease. He's just waited for the short delivery. He anticipated the cutter there, picked it, and put it away for 4.
I was just about to say that there's a famous name in that A squad, which we'll probably ask Peter Della Penna about in the next over. He's coming back in. Young Aaron Nadkarni, son of maybe one of the most famous American players of all time. This time down the ground. Long on's going to have to do well, and it's a misfield. And of all people, it's Kushal Bertel, who's usually outstanding there. I'm not sure he needed to attack it like that. Back-to-back boundaries, closes out the 13th. USA start to move. It's 95 for 3. Number of leagues. That's going to be 50 for Saiteja Mukamala. We're talking about selection. He couldn't find his way into the starting 11 in the Netherlands, but he's done it now. And what a start he's had to his international career. It's just his 9th T20I, and it's already his 3rd 50. Very well played, young man. 4 4s, 1 6.
The USA.
Picked up into the leg side. That's going to be all the way. It's the shorter side of the ground. Now, USA yesterday just allowed Gulshan Jah to bowl to them through these middle overs. Mukamala recognises that his 4th and final is one that they have to go after, and he starts in perfect fashion.
There it is again, that front foot pull. That's his trademark shot. Opportunities.
That's going to be 4. Cut away. Maybe just an over too many for Gulshan Jah. Difficult at any stage of a modern T20 to bowl 4 on the bounce. And they're really going after the young pacer in his 4th and final. Cut away, and that's going to be cut away for 4. Not the line you want to bowl with the shorter offside boundary. Would have expected Irie to possibly be coming around the wicket from the start. He might do that now. And Mukamala just continues along his merry way.
Just
bowls him, and it's Kami again. Well, what a 48 hours he's having. He's been in this team for over a decade. One of Nepal's great servants. But I don't think he's ever had 2 better days consecutively in the blue and red of Nepal. The hero last night, he's turning into the hero again tonight, and Mukamala's wonderful innings come to an end.
Well, Sai Mukamala loves that front foot pull shot, and Sampal Kami used that against him. He's planted on the front foot. Sampal Kami took pace off the ball, and because he's always on the front foot, he threw the shot too early, can't keep his hands back long enough, and he's out bowled for 68. It's 131 for 4 in the 18th.
This goes a long way up. He hasn't got enough of it. Anil Shah nestles underneath it. And that's the biggest cheer of the night, because Sampal Kami has another in the most halcyon of 2 days for one of Nepal's finest. He's got 3 for... I'm not sure if Anil Shah could see it out of the floodlights, but he managed to hold on. And Jahangir never got going. He's the latest American batter to fall.
Well, you were saying earlier that you thought Dipendra Singh Irie had the Player of the Series award locked up, Lenny. Sampal Kami might have heard you, and he said, I'm going to have a word with you about that. That was the wicket of Mukamala earlier. He's also fetched Shayan Jahangir, caught it long off, out for 9. And it's 145 for 5 in the final over. Andrew Leonard, this isn't one of them.
No, that's more like it. And finally, something to the shorter side. It's Harmeet Singh showing that he does have that ability to clear the ropes, and it's a maximum from the penultimate delivery. It's Harmeet Singh who gets one out of the screws.
Well, I know he's been short of form, but this is why I was saying ad nauseum last night during the Super Over, he should have been out there. He can clear the ropes.
And the 150's up.
And he provides that disruption that I was talking about. You get a left-hand, right-hand combination, it throws the balance back in favor of the batting side because the bowling side struggles to figure out a plan to negate the short boundary on one side.
Final delivery of the first innings should get at least 2. Dipendra Singh Irie is going after this like a rocket. He picks up one-handed. He throws flat. Oh, he's nearly created a chance as the relay goes on to the stumps. Well, Usain Bolt out there on the far side has run about 60 yards to get to that. He's gone from deep extra cover to deep backward point in a matter of moments. He's picked up one-handed and he's lasered it in over the top. The fans have loved that and very nearly created a run-out opportunity. An entertaining finish. Nice cameo from Harmeet Singh. Wasn't in there for long, but it could prove an effective one. We saw last night Karen KC's maximum from the final delivery make a huge difference to the course of the contest tonight. Harmeet Singh picks up 10 off just 3 balls, including 9 off the last 2, to get USA up to about what we reckon might be in and around a par total, if anything a little shy of it, at 156 for 5.
Top scoring in the innings with 68, the 20-year-old out of New Jersey. Was really fluent until he was dismissed by Sampal Kami, who has starred again. He was the star last night with the ball for Nepal, and he's doing it tonight. That added even more responsibility on Sampal Kami, and he stepped up brilliantly. 3 for 27. Rajan Dakal, the left armer, with 1 wicket, as well as Lalit Rajbanshi, the left arm spinner, playing his first match of the series, finishes with a wicket as well. The 3 wicket takers for Nepal.
And a special mention too for Dipendra Singh Irie, who bowled 2 of the most difficult overs of the innings, and he only went for 16 from them.
A partnership that they needed between Milind Kumar and Saiteji Mukamala, and just unable to capitalize on it. The power hitting wasn't there. They wanted Shayan Jahangir to be that man. Harmeet Singh found a couple runs, but now all on the bowlers.
Something that Nepal probably haven't done in this series with real consistency. They had a good partnership for the openers in the first T20, but they haven't really started incredibly well, have they? They've kind of taken a little while to adjust, and a lot of that's been down to the skills of Saurav Netravalkar. But there's no Ali Khan tonight. Some Nepal fans may not have seen Janoy Drysdale before, but they'll see him with probably the new ball alongside Netravalkar.
Yeah, Janoy Drysdale is a different flavor of pace than Ali Khan. Probably not as quick, but gets a little bit more bounce off the wicket with a little bit of ways movement. So he keeps you on the back foot, gets a little bit of that lateral movement. But you mentioned these openers. The thing they've done well, keep themselves in the middle. Don't throw wickets away.
Down the leg side, flicked around the corner. Not a particularly good effort from Andreas House with the gloves. We'll wait for the signal. It's given as leg buys, but it will be the first runs. If you're wondering who the majority of the 1,500, maybe 2,000 fans that we have in are cheering for, they seem to be cheering for Nepal.
A spell, especially when you're not chasing a huge total, you can live with this early on.
Well, that's much more like it. And that one's not coming back. It's gone many a mile. Maybe the shorter boundary, but that would have been 6 on the larger one. Netravalkar just getting the line wrong. And the key was there. Asif Sheikh doesn't try to overhit, just goes with it and gets it all the way for the first maximum of the chase.
Yeah, shades of Sai Mukamala against Arif Sheikh in the first innings. It just straight down the leg side. You can see him step out to that direction, and he's just not trying to turn his wrist too much. He's just helped it on its way. Z, I gotta love a meme, don't I?
Yeah, that's a great stroke. That's Anil Shah at his fluent best. It's gone a long way, but not all the way. 1 bounce and 4. Banged into the surface by Drysdale. He was sitting on the back foot, almost expecting it, and Shah gets his first boundary.
This is the one criticism you'll have with Janoy Drysdale. He just tends to get stale after you've seen him once. He doesn't rush you with his pace if you're expecting the short ball. He gets too short, and it doesn't matter what generation you're a part of, you're going to enjoy that shot.
Shows how true this surface is yet again. And I know Dave Agnew, the head groundsman, the head curator here, said, do not mention me on air under any circumstances. I'm not going to listen to you, Dave. You and your team have done a brilliant job again. And that's nicely guided. That might be 4 more. Look at how good the surface is, and look at how quick the outfield is. The Nepal fans are getting on top of USA here. And now that's an authoritative stroke. In fact, one of the strokes of the evening. It's not going to be 6, but it will be 4 more. It's a massive over. It could well have had a wicket in it, but instead there's been 3 boundaries and 16 runs in total from it. It's 33 for none. As Jesse Singh comes into the attack. And this looks very close and is given. And Singh roars with delight, and rightly so. I think for me that's a good call on first viewing. Only question might have been height, but it's the back foot, and the crowd that were reaching fever pitch have been silenced.
Well, the roar there from Jesse Singh, I think, is because he's the one who dropped Anil Shah, and now he's taking that wicket here. It's angled in. It's hit him right in front of middle stump. And I reckon it's a good call. It's hit him on the back leg. Again, very close, but I think that's gone on to hit the top of middle and leg. Jesse Singh gets in on the act, and just what the USA needed as Nepal started to ramp things up. It's 33 for 1 now in the 5th. 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, big stroke attempted. I don't think he's got enough of it. Harmeet Singh runs back and, well, barely gets an arm on it. He just never looked comfortable underneath it. It is a drop chance, albeit a very difficult one. And the difference in the standard of fielding between USA and Nepal, well, it's night and day.
It's been the real difference of the series. Harmeet Singh standing there at mid-on, so he's got a long way to track back. It is a shorter side of the ground, but he was just never there. He never got to the position to be able to take the catch. Again, very tough running backwards and taking a catch, especially under floodlights. But Harmeet Singh holds himself to such a high standard, you'd feel like he should have taken that.
It's a chance. To add insult to injury, how often do you see this? The ball after the drop chance, he just slashes it away. Stand and deliver stuff, gave himself some room, gets on top of the bounce and gets 4. 5 have been bowled. It's 40 for 1. Well, what a stroke. He's certainly back in form, isn't he? Because that's out of the ground. That may well be the shot of the series. A skip down the track, and it's launched, well, 100 metres plus all the way, bouncing down the main highway in Grand Prairie.
Well, how about that from Kushal Berto? You can just see the confidence flowing. He's run at Nash Kenjige, not something many cricketers find success doing. He's picked it up off the length. And again, this was the intent. We're talking about the fearless nature of cricket. He's always searching for runs. And Pubudu Dasanaika promoting him alongside Monty Desai to number 3. Well, what a stroke of genius that's proving to be.
And maybe one of the loudest cheers of the entire series as well. Simply outstanding. And this is what we saw from Bertel when he first came into the T20I game. It was at the top of the order. It was fearless cricket.
Way to go.
Swept away. There's a lot of real estate out there, and Jesse Singh has an awful lot of work to do. He almost gives it up. He slides around the wrong side of the ball. Kenjige's first over goes for 14. Nepal are well in control of this chase at the end of the first power play. It's 54 for 1.
Language. And even more body language from Asif Sheikh with authority, pumping that one over mid-off for 4.
That has really allowed them to tap into what feels like an extra gear.
Great placement. Impeccable placement by Asif Sheikh. Threads the needle through backward point. Beats Jahangir at sweeper. Another boundary for Nepal. That's a spirited cricket moment for Andrew Leonard. He's not in the box right now, but that would bring a tear to his eye. And this will bring a tear to USA's eyes. And a happy tear for Nepal fans as that one clears the sight screen. Asif Sheikh is on fire.
Straight as you like, and my goodness, our camera crew might need to get some helmets on, maybe some protective gear, because that one has just gone under them. Yeah, take away, boys. Well done surviving that one. And the USA are scrambling for answers because this has just been an absolute demolishing. Even Sarabnat the Volker can't escape it. There's not much wrong with the delivery. It's probably just a touch too wide after it's cut off the wicket. And get hit very, very straight, very, very firmly, right in to the bottom of that ball while they're still behind the 8 ball.
And you could see Asif Sheikh was thinking about going big. Instead, he's content to tap it for a single to bring up a half century off 38 balls. And it gives another charge into the crowd. The Nepal fans are loving it. It's 83 for 1 at the halfway stage of this innings as the players take a break for drink. Drysdale starts the 11th, and he could have a wicket here. He hasn't had luck earlier in the night. Had a chance, dropped off his bowling in the 4th over, but this time the man who dropped that earlier chance in the 4th over, Jesse Singh, holds on at long off.
Needed that, did the USA, had to find a wicket, and this is what Janoy Drysdale can do. He can just surprise you with the bounce that he gets, but Asif Sheikh also knew the situation. Plenty of wickets in hand, felt that he could go big. He's in that kind of state of mind. He's past his half century, a well-made half century, but Jesse Singh in the end holds on to what is a simple catch for the USA. The second wicket falls for Nepal. A well-made 50 for Asif Sheikh. He'll get a handy applause as he departs and is to put everything he could on to this innings. At the end of Asif Sheikh comes, it's 83 for 2.
Start here. And again, sticking to the plan to keep it short. And yet the timing is exquisite. They didn't want to pitch it up, and yet Kushal Mala makes Drysdale pay anyway, ruins a would-be maiden over. Instead, 4 runs conceded off the final ball. It's 87 for 2 after 11.
All the weights on the back foot, create a false shot.
Diving over the ball is Jahangir. USA's fielding just hasn't been good enough tonight or in the series as a whole. Another boundary for Kushal Bertil.
He's down at long on. As Kushal Malla is going to take him on and hit it to his right. You sense that Kushal Malla, who battled so hard up in King City on the difficult tracks, was going to enjoy it when he came onto the flatter wickets here. Brought into the team to attack left arm spin, and that's what he's doing beautifully here in Texas. Help drain the corner, that'll be 4. Not the right line from Drysdale. And USA, well, they're being blown away here. Also, not just one Annapurna, but 2 Annapurnas. As Mala goes through the offside very elegantly for 4 more. Are we seeing a return of a second Kushal back to his best? After Bertel blitzed his way into form, now it's his namesake Kushal Mala who's looking really good.
Therefore,
he's worked into the leg side, gonna be 4, and it's another misfield. Not easy for Aaron Jones, but they just cannot get their positioning right on the larger side of the ground, and now it's just a run of ball that's needed.
USA.
And there it is, right on cue, and he does get enough of it. Kushal Mala loves left arm spin, and the meme yesterday was, "We're so back." Both Kushals are now back. What a stroke, what a shot, what a player.
Well, you say he loves spin, he also loves it full, Lenny. That's right in his wheelhouse. And now it's
3 required to win. Don't rule out Kushal Mala finishing it in grand style here. It's dragged down, it's hammered away, but it will be 1 bounce to the fielder. And maybe it's fitting, given Kushal Bertel's performances over the last 48 hours, that it will be he who can hit the winning runs.
And on the flip side, if you're USA, Nash Kenjige is somebody who typically it's impossible to wipe the smile off his face. He's the happiest guy in the field, wherever he is for USA. Just look at the look on his face. That also sums up where USA is at in the series. He's got a very serious look.
Full toss, but it's straight to the man. So it's going to be Mala. Knowing Kushal Mala, Peter, he's not going to be tapping a single here.
Well, and USA, I think, knows that, Lenny, because even though scores are level, they've still got 5 guys on the boundary. They're not looking to stop the one, they're looking for the boundary catch. Play to Kushal Mala's ego. Now Kenjige's saying, oh, we want to bring Yasser Muhammad in, but they still got long off, long on, deep mid-wicket, and a deep backward square leg in place. When's the last time you saw scores level and 4 men on the boundary, Lenny?
Here we go, scores are tied. And Mala will just punch it for a single. There's no need to do any more than that. And listen to the roar of the crowd. It's a historic, a famous, a landmark Himalayan clean sweep in Texas. It's the first time that Nepal have ever taken a whitewash in any T20I series. They've done it over a side that went to the Super 8 of the T20 World Cup here on home soil. They came in as underdogs, but they will leave as comfortable victors. There will be joy across Nepal this morning, on a Monday morning, back at home. But tonight, under the floodlights on a Sunday night in Texas, Nepal have made history. Nepal 3, USA 0. Stars and Summits Trophy 2024. It belongs to Nepal. They are 3-0 series winners.
Well, an 8-wicket victory with 8 balls to spare. The exclamation point on this series for Nepal. He came in with a 2-0 lead, and in case anybody thought they got lucky 24 hours earlier, well, they've put that to bed, because this was a fairly one-sided match. They were disciplined with the ball, disciplined in the field, and dominant with the bat. Asif Sheikh top scoring with a half century before Kushal Bertel and Kushal Mala with a half century partnership to take Nepal across the line.
And then Jasdeep Singh was the other one to take a wicket, but that's it, as Nepal win by 8 wickets.
And now I'd like to call upon the winning captain, Nepal, Rohit Paudel. Come up here. You have led your side valiantly throughout this entire competition. And Srini Salva will present the Stake Stars and Summits Trophy to Rohit Paudel as well. And well done, Rohit. Stick around. Got some